What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some big news on Jim Harbaugh's upcoming contract extension, as he will be paid one of the highest coaches in college football. Gonna be going over all that, plus what he said to the media today after Michigan's dominant win over Minnesota. We also got some more insane performances by some Michigan football commits. It's all gonna be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is some contract extension news for Jim Harbaugh, as he is now expected to get a contract extension within the next month that will make him one of the highest paid coaches in all of college football. As John U. Bacon on Twitter tweeted this out today, saying that the Regents Ward Manuel and President Ono are all in alignment that Jim Harbaugh should have an extension within the next month that makes him the highest paid coach in the conference. So this is big time news for Michigan, as obviously Jim Harbaugh, he deserves this contract extension more than enough. He's beaten Ohio State 2 years in a row, has won back-to-back Big Ten championships, gone to back-to-back CFP appearances, and right now has one of the best teams in Michigan football history, as this team is looking to make history this season. So to put it into context, right now Ryan Day currently leads the Big Ten as the highest paid coach in the conference with $10.3 million annually, but within the next month we could see Jim Harbaugh being the highest paid coach in the Big Ten conference, making more than $10.3 million annually. And again, he deserves all the money that he's about to get, and he is more than due for this new contract extension. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this. We finally get the contract extension, or are going to within the next month here, but Jim Harbaugh, he did speak to the media today, and he spoke on if he'd be open to signing a new contract during the 2023 season. And he said, like anybody, you want to be somewhere where you're wanted. He said, and they like what you do and how you do it, and then they tell you that, your bosses tell you that, and then that gets reflected in a contract. And he said, bottom line for any of us, we want to be somewhere where they like how you do it and what you do. So again, this is big time news for not only Jim Harbaugh, but the future of this Michigan football program, because it's about time that Jim Harbaugh gets his money, and now he should be the highest paid coach in the Big Ten Conference. Harbaugh also said that, that's been a kind of a 3.5-year thing, talking about, the conversations about a contract extension. However, in the middle of the season, he's not too concerned about a contract extension. He said it's just coach the team time when you're in the middle of the season. I also did want to talk about what else Jim Harbaugh told the media in his press conference today. First thing is that he responded to PJ Fleck's comments that Michigan is the best team he's faced in 11 years as a head coach. Harbaugh said, I have a lot of respect for Minnesota. I think they are a heck of a good team. And he said, we were really on our game, and it's great to get the win. And he said, really impressed with each week getting better and better. And he said that the guys are locked in, really apparently locked in. He also talked about the young Michigan players getting valuable experience in these blowouts in the games that they've been playing. He said it's huge. It's historically very big, very huge. So when a player starts maturing and gaining that confidence and getting that time on task, and then they can see what they can do and that they can do it, he said there's a level of confidence and maturity. He also talked about Mason Graham, as he had a phenomenal game against Minnesota. He said he's a really good football player. He said he was a really good offensive lineman in high school, but he said that he was a really good defensive lineman too. He also said that it was just a gift from the football gods to get a defensive tackle like him and Kenneth Grant. Mason Graham, he's been a monster on the defensive line for Michigan, and we just got him back from his hand injury. He had a club on his hand against Minnesota, and he was just outstanding the other night. He also got asked on people saying that Michigan hasn't played anyone yet this season. Harbaugh said, "I really don't have a reaction. Whatever is being said, all that kind of thing. We are just trying to get good at football." He said, it's really about us and the faith in each other that we are going to continue to keep attacking when it's the preparation, the meetings, the training, the practice, the games, and just do the best we can. That's all we can ask of ourselves and our teammates. I also wanted to mention real quick here that the Michigan and Michigan State football game will kick off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on October 21st on NBC as the Wolverines travel to East Lansing for a night game. It is official now as Michigan looks to handle little brother easily in a couple of weeks here. It's coming up pretty fast. But first, our attention focuses to Indiana. Then I also wanted to talk about how some Michigan commits performed over the weekend. And of course, we'll first start with Jaden Davis. He has been impressing a lot of people. Had a great season so far. However, he did throw his first interception of the season. However, he still passed for 12 completions out of 14 attempts for 298 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception as Providence Day stays undefeated with a 49-13 win over Country Day School. So right now, Jaden Davis, he is now 110 completions on 139 attempts for 1,972 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Just outstanding. Jordan Marshall had another good game as his team won 47-7 as he had 220 yards on 21 carries and 2 touchdowns, and he has now rushed for over 100 yards in 10 straight games dating back to last season. Amarion Stewart had one of the best games of the season for him. He had 302 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns, although his team did lose, but the future Michigan wide receiver had a crazy performance with 302 all-purpose yards. And then Cole Sullivan continues to impress, one of the most underrated recruits, I think, in the 2024 class. He had 16 total tackles, a blocked punt, although his team did lose 26-19. But on the season, he has 65 total tackles, 4 tackle for losses, 3 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, a sack, and 1 blocked punt. And this past weekend, Bobby Conca, the 2025 4-star defensive lineman, he had 12.5 total tackles, 3 tackle for losses, and 2 sacks in a loss over the weekend. So those are some Michigan commits that had some pretty dang good performances over the weekend. Some recruits like Jaden Davis, Jordan Marshall, Amarion Stewart, Cole Sullivan, just continuing to impress. Future of Michigan football is in good hands with these guys. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.